Isavasya Upanishad. Let us meditate for some time. To meditate on Isha, we have to withdraw our mind from Jagatyam Jagata. There are two worlds, Jagatyam Jagata, outside world and inside world. Outside world is called as Jagata, inside world is called as Samsara. So let us sit straight. Head, neck, backbone straight. If I'm sitting on the chair, my legs must not be hanging, but must be on some support. Prefer to have something, some pillow, some stand, not on the ground, so that there is insulation. This also is a good practice to follow when we are doing japa, to be insulated. If we are sitting cross-legged, then Sukhasana. Let us withdraw our mind, which is called as Pratyahara. This stage a sadhak seeks to attain. And that can only happen when we start losing significance, much significance to what is happening outside and what is happening inside me. Then only it is possible by Vivek. Otherwise, thoughts keep repeating the same journey again and again, because we are entertaining the thoughts. We are riding on the thoughts. We give too much significance to the thoughts which are inert. There are only two things, Chaitanya and Vritti. The entire game is about Chaitanya and Vritti. So withdrawing our mind from all Vrittis, thought patterns, and let us focus on the body. Body we use as a tool. We have learned in Taittiriya Upanishad this meditation, Panchakosha meditation, where we use body, mind, intellect as a tool to meditate. We scan our body and tell the body to relax and heal. When the body is healed and relaxed, it doesn't call for attention. Let us relax our head. Let us completely relax our shoulders. Shoulders are the place where a lot of stress gets accumulated without our knowledge. Let us relax our hands, chest, stomach, back, spinal cord. Let us relax our buttocks, groin, thighs. Let us relax our knees, calf muscles, ankles, feet. The body is completely relaxed and healed from within. Let us withdraw our mind from the body and focus on the breath. Let us take a deep, slow, conscious breath. Hold the breath and then release. Breath is in the present moment, always fresh, always detached, always efficient, always alert. Most yogis, sadhak use breath as a tool. In some form of other pranayam is used. For chitta shuddhi, chitta ekagrata, both. Instant result. Let us withdraw our mind from the breath and focus on the emotions. What kind of emotions I am feeling right now? What kind of emotions I went through in the morning, afternoon, evening? What kind of emotions I am going through whole day, which are fluctuating, coming, going, coming, going. So definitely they are impermanent and I can know them, so I am separate from them. This is one of the best way to disengage ourselves from the emotions, because emotions play havoc in our life. The nature of emotions is to come and go. To expect one emotions to stay for longer is our own wrong expectation. So even if sometimes we are getting irritated, frustrated, we are okay. We have to just observe and say, okay, here is irritation, here is anger, here comes love, here comes happiness, here comes peace. Peace also is in emotion, happiness also is in emotion. They are all not in relationship to somebody, they are my emotions. There is a stimuli and the response is emotion. Once we start observing the emotions, slowly, I become independent of the stimuli. And that is what a sadhak wants for pratyahar. Yam, niyam, asan, pranayam, then pratyahar comes. Let us take a deep breath and withdraw our mind from the emotions and focus on the thoughts. What kind of thoughts am I thinking? What is the quantity of thoughts? What is the quality of thoughts? What is the direction of thoughts? Upanishadic mantras gives lakshanas basically for this reason, that we must keep thinking about these lakshanas so that our thoughts are formed about Brahman. When Gurudev went for yatra for 1 year, Tapan Maharaj told, do Brahma Vichar, only Brahma Vichar. This Brahmakar Vritti, when it is formed, when we do continuous Brahma Vichar, it destroys the Ajnana Vritti, and that is the state of realization. This knowledge doesn't give realization. Knowledge cannot be the cause of realization. Knowledge only destroys the Ajnana Vritti. And till the Brahmakar Vritti gathers momentum, strength, velocity, it will not be able to destroy the Ajnana Vritti. So let us withdraw the attention from thought and just ask one question, that who is the observer of the thoughts? Who is the knower of the thoughts? Who is the seer of the thoughts? That I am interested. I am interested in the Isha, what is pervading, what is substratum of all this. And this is Jagata. Gurudev in BMI chart says world of object, emotions and thoughts. That is our world. Who am I? Who is the observer? Even asking this question is a great purifier, great meditation. And as now we are on the topic of Hiranmayana Patrena, we come to a point where even after asking this question, we find there is some darkness. We are not able to get access to that Atma, that Chaitanya, that consciousness, what has been described in Upanishads. I'm not able to say like Nisargadatta Maharaj, I am that. I'm not able to say like Adi Shankaracharya, Aham Brahmasmi. So now we invoke Lord's grace, because now I have done my duty. So let us chant and invoke Lord's grace and Guru Parampara's blessings to remove this ajnana vritti. So there is a ajnana vritti and then there is a jnana vritti. Oh. 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 Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। स्थावरं जङ्गमं व्याप्तं यत्किञ्चित् सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। चिन्मयं व्यापि यत् सर्वं त्रैलोक्यं सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
Hari Om Vidya, thank you. So, we are doing Isavasya Upanishad, Shukla Yajurved, appears in Shukla Yajurved. There are 18 mantras in this. First mantra is the entire Upanishad. Isavasya Midagam Sarvam Yatkincha Jagatyam Jagadam Tena Tyaktena Bhunjita Ma Grudha Kasya Svidhanam. So, by understanding that this Jagata, this world, is not capable of giving happiness, do not covet anything. Only when this is really understood at a deeper level, automatically my thought process stops going towards the world, because mind normally goes what it loves unknowingly. So that is only possible by vivek and constant study and understanding. And then in the first mantra, what is recommended, what is the main theme of this Upanishad is meditate on the Isha which is pervading this Jagata. This Isha is the substratum. Meditate same way we, in our meditation before starting the session, we were meditating in the last on the observer of the thoughts, the seer, the knower, the experiencer. That is Isha. That is all, that is pervading. That is pervading the entire world of thoughts, emotions, breath, body, etc. For that, the qualification required is renunciation of all desires with understanding that this world is incapable of giving us happiness. If that is not possible, in the second mantra we saw that then the only thing, only, that is very important word here, Isavasya Upanishad, the only way for a sadhak is to do the duty cheerfully, and that is Karma Yoga. And if that is not possible, these two, then we are not fulfilling the human life purpose of human life. That is the theme of the third mantra, that we will get different gati. Then while doing this duty, while meditating, what is going to support us is various lakshanas of Isha. So from 5th to 7th mantra, different lakshanas of Isha are given. Tatastha lakshana, Vyavartaka lakshana, Swarupa lakshana, contradictory lakshanas, Vyavartaka lakshana. And the reason why in most Upanishad this is comes as an important topic, that when we are doing karma or when we are doing meditation, we must not get lost in the karma, we must not get lost in the words, and we must go beyond the words. Words are only the pointers. So when we are practicing this till seventh mantra, we come to know that Isha, Brahman, Atma, the lakshanas are all pervading, infinite, beginningless, endless, cannot be destroyed. So many lakshanas come. So while reading this, definitely one starts wondering that I am reading about Brahman, I am reading about Isha. How is it going to be useful to me? Then the 8th mantra comes and declares that all these lakshanas, what you are contemplating upon, that is you. So 8th mantra declares the Mahavakya. That is you only. That is what is your realization must be, that I am that. Aham Brahmasmi. I am that Isha. I am that Ishvara. This is only there in our Vedanta. This is there as one of the unique declaration in Vedanta, Advait philosophy. Only Advait philosophy comes and tells us you are that. But when I start meditating, when I start doing all this Karma Yoga, I am not able to, experience that what this Isavasya Upanishad is telling. So 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th, 13th, 14th mantra says that then do more karma, then do more upasana. That is the only method. But the only secret, what this Isavasya Upanishad brings about, that do this karma and upasana together, not in isolation as one path. I will only meditate. I will not do any seva. I will not do any bhakti. Only I will meditate. I will only read scriptures, Shravan, Manan, but I have not given up lot of desires, then it will not be possible. So what is recommended is, we saw the 4-pointer mantra that must kept at the top of the mind. Every day some swadhyaya, every day some seva, every day some sadhana, and every day sanyama, equanimity in all. Even Buddha says, all masters say that don't stretch one too far. Too much of upasana without bhakti. Gurudev's today's flyer itself was very beautiful. Devotion, knowledge without devotion is tasteless. There is no devotion in the heart, no love towards people, no seva, only knowledge, Brahman, Maya, all these yugas, and then that is tasteless. It will not give us that taste. And devotion without knowledge is fruitless, because I will not understand what this devotion is actually. So Bhagavad is, as we mention all the time, Bhagavad, when we read after Vedantic knowledge, is a different text altogether. So that we saw in 9, 10th, 11th and 12, 13, 14th mantra, that do karma upasana or upasana, whatever you want to do, but do it together in combination. So a person does karma, does upasana, is a seeker of truth, live life dharmically, develops vivek, vairagya, shata sampatti, mukshatva, chitta shuddhi, chitta ekagrata, and then sits for meditation, but still I am not able to come face to face with that Chaitanya, what I have been discussing about so much. Then the only way, what we call road for us is to pray. Bhagavan, you have created this ajnana. When I close my eyes and ask who am I, only darkness comes that I have to experience. Just close our eyes and say, who am I? Nothing happens. Darkness happens. Light must come. So that darkness you remove because you have created it. Because just beneath the darkness, there is light. Just beneath. Lord says, just wait. Hold on to that question for long. Hold on to that sthiti of observing the Chaitanya. Because now you are at the doorstep and only the door has to be opened. But then the sadhak now surrenders. In that surrendering, the ego also starts dissolving and says, Hiranmayana patrena satyasya pihitam Tatvam pushanna pavrunu satya dharmaya drishtaye. So please open this door and then let me behold your tattva, not rupa darshan. He wants tattva darshan. Upanishadic student is interested in tattva darshan. Bhagavad student, Ramayana student is interested in rupa darshan. And there are very few sadhaks who get both. Both they get. Ramakrishna Paramahansa, both. Kali Mata also used to come in front of me. And then Totapuri came and then cut here. He put a cut on his Jnana Chakshu and he went into Samadhi for 3 days. Totapuri said that I have been meditating, I am doing sadhana for 24 years, which you could achieve in few minutes. For that I have worked for 24 years. So that is a power of bhakti, that is a power of prayer. That is a power where Guruji says that we must not underestimate prayer. I was just telling in the satsang today in where we had in Shamadhi, this place. Suppose we meet, suppose suddenly God comes in front of us. What to ask? God say, I will give you 15 seconds to ask. 5 seconds. We must be ready. What will we ask? Tata Papa, tab tak 15 minutes, 15 seconds gone. So one of the best thing to ask, at least Guru, not God, Tattvamasi. Put your hand on my head and say Tattvamasi. You are that. Job is finished. Because Guru's word cannot go wrong. He is Satya Sankalpaya Namaha. I may not be capable, I may not be eligible, but his words has to come true. So we must be a little smart also. So then this Shishya asks for that you open the door because you have created this Ajnana. Now I have reached this door, this last door, so that you know that I am Satya Dharmaya because I have opened 5 doors. 4 doors. Now last door you open. But still Bhagavan says, why? Wait. Then the only thing what remains in sadhak's hands is to pray. And then the only thing what remains in our hand is to praise the Lord. So now we know why this Rudram, Chamakam, now only solution is to Take names of the Lord, Vishnu Sahasranam. But now I come to know why this name is important. Then this sadhak calls sun god with 5 names, and then sun god appears. This is where we stopped last time. I hope all of you are reading the summary given by Pratima, because was the last sentence what she wrote. And God appears. So there must be some smile on our face. God has appeared and still we are serious. That is not allowed. We must be happy for that sadhak also. So, Vidya, can you chant the 15, 16, 17?
Yes, sir. हिरण्मयेन पात्रेण सत्यस्याविहितं मुखं तत्त्वं पूषन्नपावृणु सत्यधर्माय दृष्टये भूषन्ने कर्षेयमः सूर्यप्राजापत्य व्यूहरश्मीं समूहतेजः यत्ते रूपं कल्याणतमं तत्ते पश्यामि यो वसावसौ पुरुषः सोऽहमस्मि वायुरनिलममृतमथेदं भस्मान्तगं शरीरम् ॐ क्रतो स्मर क्रतगं स्मर क्रतो स्मर क्रतगं स्मर.
So here the sadhak now calls out sun with the 5 names. Pushan, you are the nourisher, you are the soul seer, you are the controller, you are Surya, you are the son of Prajapati, and then Lord is happy. So now one learning for all of us. Even God appears and gets pleased with appreciation. And this is what a very important point in day-to-day practice, not Upanishadic level, but we are actually very miserly in appreciation. We don't appreciate ourselves. We don't appreciate others much. We don't appreciate anything in life. So here, one of the rule is that we must appreciate more, criticize less. And that is what is our culture. Rudram, Chamakam, Vishnu Sahasranam, Lalita Sahasranam, Devi Sahasranam, Ganpati Atharva Shirsha. All of this we see, all these chants, stotras, there is a praise. So now God appears with this praise. So God says, why are you calling me so many names? Why with so many names? 5 names you are called. Why? Sadhak says, Bhagavan, you know why you are asking me. You know what I want. I have been asking you from 15th earlier. Please open this door. Open this door for me. Please disperse your rays, gather up your burning light. Because I'm not able to see and come face to face with you. Because your brilliance is so bright. Brilliance here we can relate to the attachment, the temptation, the glitter of the world is so intense that after reading so many scriptures, still my mind goes into Jagata, that there would be some happiness. There would be some happiness. Then we can ask ourselves, yes, it is so true. Immediately after class, I get so bothered with relationship, object, situations, past life, future life, this life. That means I still believe. This is very important. Gurudev says, after reading Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad, Brahma Sutra and all text also, still the mind goes into Jagata. It is not very easy because God has created Jagata. It cannot be so easy for us to cross the sansara. So Bhagavan says, you will require my help. In Bhagavad Gita also, he says that take my name, devote to me, and I will pick you from this ocean of sansar. I will pick you. So that I can behold your glories, auspicious form. So that I can realize the Purusha, cosmic form, one who fills everything. So this is the culmination of that Isavasya Upanishad. So now this sadhak is able to see one-to-one, face-to-face. Like, I think Adi Shankaracharya says that I am seeing Atma like Ashwatha flower. Naneshwar Maharaj says that I am seeing Atma on my palm like a Avla. That clear I can see Atma. So there would be a state for us to imagine, and we must keep imagining this state of theirs and meditate on this, that how Adi Shankaracharya would have come face to face with this Atma, where he can say, I can see it so clearly. Ramakrishna Paramahansa says, I can see God as I can see you. So definitely they wouldn't be lying. So we have to keep thinking about this sin, because that is the only way to build our confidence, build our faith, because somewhere we understand this, but we are not able to realize this because that faith is not there. So what is the realization of Mahavakya here? You are me, that I am. So Ham Asmi, that I am. Nisargadatta Maharaj's book name is I Am That. So here is the completion of the realization of the sadhak. Now what remains? So now the death of the body remains for the sadhak. When Tapovan Maharaj, people came to know that he is not well. So many saints, so many people gathered to see his last, how he would leave body. He just sat quietly, said 3 times Om, and then we all know the whole world had gathered, so many people in front of Ramana Maharshi. And those who have gone to that ashram, we know the room where he gave the body. He just looked at people. One teardrop came from his eyes. He closed his eyes and say Om, 3 times Om, and then gone. So here, what is being said is that once we realize this, then that's the reason this mantra is supposed to be, or thought as, that this is to be chanted before death. But this death is of ego. We can also have death of body also. So mostly we are scared of the death time, that what will be my gati? What will happen to my belongingness? What will happen to this? What will happen to this? What will happen to this? So here the sadhak or upasaka mentions it fearlessly, that I've understood my nature. Death is a blessing. It is okay now if. One of the saint, when he was leaving his ashram, that was the last time he was living in ashram, people didn't know. I forgot his name. Manisha, if you remember, you can tell me. While going to Uttarakhand, we had gone to that ashram. So he used to wear shawl. Hanuman Bhakta, a lot of miracles of this saint. Then his shawl fell down. He used to always carry a shawl. And then his, devotees started picking up and giving the shawl back to him. He told, no, I don't want the shawl. And he told, I am getting out of central jail. I'm so happy. So he was calling this body mind as central jail, where he was locked up for some time. So for this sadhak, I have understood my nature. Now death is a blessing. Kabir Maharaj says, Kab marahun, kab paun, parama purnanand. Acha hua, matki फूट गई. Matki means body, mind, intellect. So death is a blessing. It is okay now if my pranas, my subtle body merge in all pervading pranas, total subtle body. May I lose my individuality, which I am holding on. I. Because what am I holding? I am happy, I am sad, I am this, I am old, I am young, I am knowledgeable, I am not knowledgeable, I am ignorant, I am not ignorant. I will not get gati, good gati next time. I will get a good gati next time. I will get realization next birth. What is all related to I? Then Shankaracharya has come and says, Na bandhamo moksha, that I is not bound only. I am ready to let go my individuality, ego, which I am holding on to, because everything happens to I only. My body, gross body, be burnt into the ashes by fire, total gross body. So this is referred to total gross body. This is referred to total subtle body. Bhasmatagam shariram. So my gross body will go into ashes, which becomes the 5 elements, my subtle body will go into the total subtle body. I am not bothered about it. May I lose the body identification, it may become a vibhuti. So this is the only possibility in Vedanta where I lose the body identification, I lose the ego while in the body itself. That is the greatest possibility for a human being. Whereas all other religions say I will have to go to heaven. For that I have to die. Both have served its purpose. So today itself Nita auntie had sent one message of Nisargadatta Maharaj that is printed on the first page of that book, I Am That. The real never dies, the unreal never lived. And I am that real. And if the unreal dies, there is no botheration. How long the unreal will live, I am not concerned. It will live till it wants it. Bhagwan wants it. What about my mind? This is very interesting. Krato smara, krutagam smara. Krato smara, krutagam smara. Oh my mind, remember what you did. Twice. Oh my mind, remember what you did. See, here also it is written, we have to remember, how I was born, then I went to school, then I got married, then I went to college, and then I got children, and then what children did. He said, no, don't remember it. When I am on deathbed, very important message. Otherwise, anybody comes to meet us, especially when we are not well, then so we get full right to throw our story on them. You know what happened? And then I started, I was not like this earlier. I was so healthy. And then what happened? I do not know. This happened, that rogue, this disease, and this disease has done this to body, this happened. But no, here what has been mentioned, when we are on the deathbed. Now, we might say, no, but I am not on the deathbed. Who knows? We must always think that I am like Parikshit Maharaj, 7 days. What will I do? Actually, death sadhana we must do every day. Thinking that if today is my last day, what all things I would like to do? Will I do the same things what I am doing right now? No, definitely not. I will not trip, complain, criticize so much. So, krato smara, krutagam smara. Remember what you did, remember what you did. Twice it is mentioned. Why twice? That we will see. So, not from childhood, school, college, travel, mistakes, bad experiences, family, job, achievements, we must remember. A spiritual sadhak doesn't give significance to all these things. What we must remember? We must remember God. We must remember Lord's name and form. We must remember good things what I have done. We must remember what sadhanas I have done, what upasanas I have done, what is this knowledge what I have acquired, what is the path what I am taking, what this knowledge is, Aham Brahmasmi. So that's the reason before going to sleep, we must say all 4 Mahavakyas and go to sleep. Every day. What are the 4 Mahavakyas? Very simple. Aham Brahmasmi. No, Prajnanam Brahma, Ayam Atma Brahma, Tattvamasi, Aham Brahmasmi. Simple words. So I must remember it. Once I say it every day, there is a possibility I will remember it on the deathbed. According to my Kriti and Mati, my Gati will be dependent. A very important point. According to my karma and according to my knowledge, according to my repetition, next Gati I will get. So suppose from today I repeat Lord's name, I only remember good things what has happened in my life. I always sleep with gratitude that God, I think you are so compassionate, so give me a human birth. I will not think any time in life that this is what has not happened in my life. Because everybody thinks about that missing tile syndrome. We have discussed this missing tile syndrome. Moment to come in the class and there are 35, 40, 100 people. Then too I will say, this person has not come. But so many people have come. No. This is not there. That is not there. So naturally the mind actually thinks of what has not happened in my life, what I have not got. Because that is the only way the mind can multiply. Mind cannot multiply when it thinks of whatever I have got. That's the reason this Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate is a must to chant every day, because I am telling myself I am whole and complete. I am whole and complete without having anything, without doing anything, without achieving anything, without knowing anything. I am whole and complete. All depends upon my sankalpa, what I am having, and my sankalpa is I am whole and complete. Why twice mentioned? Krato smara, krutagam smara, krato smara, krutagam smara. Why twice, not once? To show respect, so repetition, and to remember what is most important, and to thank you also to everybody. So again and again I thank. We saw in Bhagavad Gita so many times Arjun says thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. In Taittiriya Upanishad also we saw so many times thank you, thank you. I am grateful. So this must come from my heart with that feeling, not like, like that air hostess gives smile and then thank you that you are going to say thank you, you are go early. This thank you must be coming from my bottom of my heart, that thank you God, thank you all these people. Thank you so that I have become the person whom I am because of you. And we become tough and we grow because of some tough person comes in our lives and teaches us life lessons. Some situation which is not as we want. God gives us that situation because diamond only shines when it is rubbed, when it is grinded, when there is friction, when there is some kind of sorrow, frustration, irritation, anger, depression we go through. But without this spiritual knowledge, that will become my sthai bhav, natural state. So remember what you did. So definitely we can remember, Bhagwan, I attended classes. That much I remember. I attended Bhagavad Gita classes, I attended Taittiriya Upanishad classes, I attended Isavasya Praman Vichar, so many classes, Sadhana Panchakam, Atmabodh, Tattvabodh, Drugdrushya Vivek. Then what? Then Atharva Shirsha Upanishad, so many classes I attended. Morning, evening, every Sunday, Monday, so many classes. Then I also attended online classes. Thank you very much. I could attend so many classes while being in the family, job and business. That itself is God's grace. This is so very important. Then I could remember God and Guru many times. That's the reason 1008 pujas I am doing. So that I could remember, because this is not possible without Guru and God's grace. So this is to remember. So this is extremely important. So the final qualification in our life is Chitta Shuddhi, because from the Chitta, now coming to a little subtle point, from the Chitta, the Bhava, I am this body, the Atma Bhava goes up, and in the Chitta it gets registered that Aham Brahmasmi. So all these people who realize, they don't have to tell themselves that I am this consciousness, I am Sachidananda Swarup. As when we get up, in our Chitta, it is so encouraged that I am a woman, I am a man, I am so and so, I am Prasad, I am so many years old, I am doing. The moment I get up, it comes naturally. For a realized person, it is so natural that they don't have to do any sadhana. So after enlightenment, we see that an enlightened person doesn't do any sadhana. Once that enlightenment started, Buddha started walking. Gurudev came from Himalayas. We see so many saints, their whole day is spent in Paropkar. So, this I must achieve before I die. I must become fearless. That is very important, that I must let go all fear, and that can only happen once I understand this knowledge at a deeper level with conviction. So, Shravan, Manan, Nididhyasam is a very important part of sadhak. I must continuously repeat this kind of knowledge in my mind. Who am I? Who am I? And all these lakshanas constantly coming in my mind. Whenever if I'm taking this bath, I'm not this body, I'm not this mind. When I'm going to toilet also, I'm not this, I'm not this, I'm not this. Neti Neti becomes the only meditation for a Jnana Yogi. Nisargadatta Maharaj says, those who attain enlightenment through that path, Nisargadatta Maharaj, Ramana Maharshi, this is one path. Their path is Neti Neti. Because before I say, who am I must be very clear who I am not. For them, the main chant is Manobuddhi Ankara Chittani. I'm not this, I'm not this, I'm not this, I'm this. Fourth portion. So now what? So now there is a last mantra which we will take next class and complete this Isavasya Upanishad, where I am praying to Agni. Because after the death, why we do the ritual on Agni? Because Agni Devata is supposed to give us the next gati. That is the job of Agni. Agni Devata in our culture is doing a job of courier service. Because Agni Devata job, it has been written down that it will lead us to take to a particular Devata, and then all our vasanas, desires, karmas, that Devata will analyze and give us next gati. That is Agni Devata's job. So as far as possible in our culture, we must not do electric. We must not use electric machine after a person dies. We must use our own rituals, because now that is Agni Devata's job. At least I believe in it, that as this life we are born Hindus, so we must follow that culture. Who knows, suppose we don't follow anything this life, next year we'll be born as Muslim, Christian, Sikh, whatever. Not bad. That also gati is there. But now we are Hindus, so Agni Devata is our courier service. So we do all the rituals in the Agni and then pray to Agni. So that is a ritual what they do when the person is put on that fire in Samshan. Okay, now your job is to give Sadgati. So that is those are the prayers or chantings done at the Samshan Bhumi. So that is a prayer. That is a... And very interestingly, what has been asked here to Agni Devata is very, very interesting. To give wealth. पैसा चाहिए मेरे को. पैसा दे दो. What is that word? I'm not joking. So here also business is not lost. No, I do not want paisa. Here what is been asked it. The last verse is 18th verse. Agne naya supatha raye asmana. Asmana means paisa, wealth. Bhagwan, next life mein mujhe bahut paisa de do. So what is that paisa, wealth? That we will see next time. Very interesting it is. Asmana means wealth. Now we wonder suddenly, without Guru, without interpretation, what is this pair in Isavasya Upanishad asking for money? Wealth. Bhagavan, give me wealth. We will see there are 5 interpretations of wealth that we will see next time. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.